Hey guys, welcome back to another video with Small Vans Big World. Right behind me is another great build that we just did of a 2023 Ford Transit Connect. This one has almost all the options, so a lot of great features that you're gonna wanna see in this one. And at the end of this video, we're gonna give you a little sneak peek on what's over there. Is another van that we're about to do, a completely different vehicle that we have not done yet. So excited to be saying hello from our new shop. It is still a work in progress, but we're just really excited to be able to have an awesome space that we've been able to build some cool vans out of. So why don't we just hop in on this one and get started. So looking at the interior layout, it's going to be very similar to a lot of the other builds that we've done, with the fridge right here, very easily accessible, so that you can access it and put your groceries in here even without getting in the van. So once we do get in, I'm 6 foot tall, as I've mentioned in other videos, so I'm gonna kind of slouch, and once I'm relaxed, I fit pretty nicely. But we'll talk about like why we do the skylight for a little bit of extra headroom in this. So like I mentioned, fridge with the cushion, box right here for storage. It is also open-ended on the other side, so you can access it from the other sliding door. We have white laminate cabinetry. As you guys may or may not have noticed, we don't paint anymore, we do laminate, so really durable, scratch resistant, very easy to clean surface. Jumping in, let's start with the front. We have this overhead extension. It's a great little lightweight piece for lightweight items like window covers. We make custom window covers for all the windows. This van was a passenger van, so it had all the seats, so we can do the cargo van and the passenger van. So we removed all the seats, put in a full build in here. In the front, we have the control for the diesel heater, which the diesel heater is located underneath the driver's seat. Since we're up here, we can mention really quickly the cabin divider. We have done this before in another build, but this client said she wanted it to go a little bit higher because then they can use it as a projector screen. So that's really nifty right there. Before we hop over to the electronics, right underneath me is the toilet. We typically do like a porta potty type of toilet, but this one's a little bit different, and we'll give you a little quick preview to that and how that works. So it pops up and it has its own stand and a self-sealing kind of a toilet. So that fits really nicely under the 12-inch tall bench with the additional storage under here with the cubbies. Easily accessible right here is the controls for everything from your ceiling fan remote control to your light switch right here for the dimming lights, the ceiling lights, your USB ports, your 120 volt outlet with the inverter switch right here, heat pad for the built-in water system that is built into the floor right here, and then also the battery meter. For your electronics, we have an alternator charging. It does 30 amps alternator charging whenever you start up your vehicle. We have solar on the roof, which is probably the most I've seen in a tiny micro camper van. We have 360 watts of solar, and it's really cool the fact that we were able to put so much solar, including a fan and a skylight. So that's really a great accomplishment that the client really wanted extra solar, and we were able to deliver with additional upgrades actually to the electrical system. And now to give you a better look at everything else, why don't I meet you at the back door? Before we jump into the back door, this client opted for a storage box on the hitch, so we were able to install the hitch for her and also install the storage box. This one swivels around just like that, which gets out of your way. And then we are still maintaining full access through the side door and the rear door. Before I jump in, we have the pull-out table right over here. Really great for cooking outside. You can even chill out here and have a little extra space outdoors. Let me jump in. So like I mentioned, this one has the skylight. It's almost 2 feet by 2 feet skylight, which gives me several inches of head height here. Really great place to stretch out if it's a rainy day and you really can't be outside much. This interior features our cedar ceiling and cedar walls with the white laminate, like I mentioned, and the clear coat butcher block epoxy countertops. These turned out really great. So alongside it with that pull-out table right there, you also have this pop-up table and this pull-out table. And then with the lid over the sink, that gives us this space right here as additional workspace or prep space, whatever the case you might need. Considering that we have the microwave cabinet, we lost this countertop space. We were able to compensate by adding a bit more workspace through all of these different tables right here. Up here we have a little open shelf for additional storage. And then at the top right here, we have a cabinet right above the microwave. The microwave runs off of the inverter or also your shore power if you decide to hook in on that. This client opted in for the stainless steel sink so that she can have the cutout and then the faucet like we do with the other ones that can come out the back for a little bit of washing off or showering out there. Scooting over, taking a look down here, we have a bit of storage space under here. This lower cabinet is our electronics. So one of the upgrades that we did with this one was a 200 amp hour lithium battery rather than the typical 100 amp hour. Still, even with a 100, you get a really powerful system that can essentially run anything off of the outlets that you can in your house. And then a nice big pull-out drawer right here that can store a one burner cooktop or other large items right here. One of the things we really focus on is the experience of the person living in the camper. So we really want it to be something very user-friendly, easy to work with, and you're not ever having headaches on electronics or any moving parts or anything like that. And one of those pieces are really the bed. This futon style bed that we build from scratch is just super easy to use and just about anybody can do it. And it's so fast. So let's check that out really quick. Very easy setup. You can do it with the door closed, so the door is even closed behind me. You can be completely closed in. You don't have to have any of the doors open. And all you got to do to set it up is grab the strap, unhook the latches right here. And these are very heavy duty drawer slides that can hold several hundreds of pounds. Those pull out right there. And then the mattress is going to be a nice snug fit, just like that. And then with the mattress down, you have a really nice snug place for even up to 2 people sleeping right here. A little shelf right here to where you can charge your phone from this USB port at the nightlight, and of course the dimming nightlight which everybody really loves. The bed goes up just as easily. Pull of the strap, push it in, here the latches, click, and then you're right back within seconds back into seating. So as I'm about to hop out, just as I promised, I'm going to show you guys something very cool. Before I do, just remember, it is definitely worth getting your van professionally built. You get the features and the durability of a professional build, and if you're looking to build your van, visit us at smallvansbigworld.com. Now, let me show you guys something very cool. So right behind me is a brand new 2023 Toyota Sienna hybrid. Really excited to convert this one because there's some really cool things. Why don't we just hop in and show you? All right, we are inside the Toyota Sienna. Really excited to do something different. This obviously calls for a different layout as well. So it's going to feature a kitchenette in the front, kind of an L shape right here with a bit of a sink in the corner, a bunch of storage, fridge, toilet, this and that. And then a open area here to move around in with a trifold bed right here. That is hopefully going to be automated. So that's going to be very cool to figure out how to build that. It's going to be a very comfortable big bed, a 4 foot wide by 6 foot long bed. That's going to be exciting. So we're going to do a fan, some very cool lighting in here, a lot of other features that we are experimenting with and also trying out some cool stuff. So what I have visioned for this van is something very, very sleek, very designer, very, very cool. We're looking forward to you guys being able to see this finished product. So definitely for that reason, stay posted, get subscribed, like, and share, and looking forward to seeing you guys on this next video.